Bill and Rosalie Furler, Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia. Welcome to another morning here. We're going to continue on the subject, faith to live by, and today it's confessing your faith. We're really waking up the dawn today. We love to hear the sound of the kookaburras and all the birds at dawn. It's one thing to have faith, but we need to confess our faith and act upon our faith, and I can guarantee that you'll be tried in your faith. Confessing our faith is saying with our mouth what God has already said in His Word. Psalm 116 and verse 10 says, I have believed, therefore I speak. So to speak with our mouth is just an overflow of what's already in our heart. So I'd encourage you to have your hearts full of faith and full of the Word of God. It'll just overflow out of your mouth. Jesus said in Matthew 12 and verse 35, He said, a good man out of the good treasures of his heart brings forth good things. And just the opposite for an evil man, because an evil person brings forth evil things. So you can see how our words materialize, whether they're good or whether they're evil. And therefore he goes on to say that a person is justified or condemned by the words he says. As the book of Proverbs says that death and life are in the power of the tongue. And we are encouraged to choose life that we might live. Really want to get back to Hebrews 11 again, and concerning Abraham. After that he was called, he went out not knowing where he was going, and he dwelt in tents with those who were the heirs of the promise, Isaac and Jacob. And they were looking for a city whose architect and builder was God. And seeing these promises afar off, they were assured by them. They embraced them. They confessed that they were just strangers and pilgrims in a country. And Hebrews chapter 11 verse 14 says, for those that say such things declare plainly that they seek a homeland. But verse 15 says, if they had called to mind the place where they had come from, then they would have had the opportunity to return to that place. But they desired a better country, a heavenly country, and therefore God is not ashamed to be their God, for He has prepared a city for them. I remember clearly the time of my own life when I began to believe in my heart that Jesus was the Christ, the Son of the living God, and that He came from heaven, that He died on the cross for me, that He was buried in the tomb, and on the third day He rose again for my justification, just if I'd never sinned, and made me right with God. So heaven and eternity come into my heart. I was a brand new person, never to be the same again. So I had to believe with my heart and confess with my mouth that Jesus Christ was Lord. But of course, sometimes if we think where we have come from, we have then the opportunity to return to those things and places. But I want you to say, hey, I'm going to continue on with God. I'm going to continue on in the faith. I'm going to confess the Word of God. Yes, I am. Now, this is Zamo. Just met him on the beach here. So we got to stir ourselves up in the faith every day. The outward man is perishing, but the inward man, the real you, the true man, is being renewed day after day. And so stir him up today. Stir him up in the faith. Confess your faith. Confess the Word of God. Be stirred up, and I want you to have a great day. I really do want you to have a great day. And